What's going on, everyone? Today we are taking a look at a new portable projector. This is the Yaeber T2. Taking a look at the specs, this has a 1080p resolution with 450 ANSI lumens, a built-in battery, Wi-Fi 6 and Bluetooth connectivity, and sound by JBL with 16 watts of power. Taking a look inside the box, you have your manual and quick start guides, your power cable, which is a nice touch because as you can see, it's the same exact color as the projector. So it shows me they put a little more time and detail into making this projector. You have an HDMI cable, a lens cleaning cloth, your remote control, batteries for the remote, and last but not least, you have the actual projector itself. So taking a look at the projector, this is definitely a very stylish looking unit. As you can see, the whole entire thing is this cream beigeish color. You also have more beige here, which is this cloth that wraps around the whole entire sides. You got some more gold trim here at the front that wraps around the lens. You get a lens cover, which is also matching color. So right here in front, you have your lens, and this is a fully sealed optical path. So you can take this outside or leave it sitting somewhere and you don't have to worry about dust getting into the lens, which does happen with cheaper projectors. Right down here, you have two sensors, and this is for the auto keystone, auto focus, auto screen alignment, and auto obstacle avoidance. So pretty much when you set this up, just put it down, point it where you want to point it, and the projector inside is going to handle everything else for you and give you a nice and square image. Coming up top, you have your power button, an NFC touch area, and then you also have this nice carrying handle, which feels nice and sturdy and got a little grip here on the top. And the cool thing about this handle is it also doubles as a stand for the projector as well. So of course, if you wanted to use the projector on a wall straight ahead, you could use it like this. But if you need to angle the projector up or down, you can also use the stand for that. So if you want to angle it down, you can do it like that. And then you can adjust that to get a steeper or less angle pointing down. And then on the other side, you can also use that to angle it up as well. Maybe you want to have it high on the wall, or maybe just have it on a low table and need to point it upward more. And then last but not least, you can also put the projector on its back and fine tune that angle to project it where you want it on your ceiling as well. Definitely a very light projector as well, especially when you consider that it has a built-in battery. You can also plug this into the wall and use it that way for unlimited battery life. If you're using this on battery, this is going to give you up to 2.5 hours of video, or 18 hours if you're only using it as a Bluetooth speaker. So pretty much it has enough battery to get you through one decent length movie or about 5 or 6 TV show episodes. So you can't see them, but right here on the sides, it has two speakers. And as I said earlier, this is tuned by JBL. And these are a total of 16 watts, 8 watts each. So it should put out a pretty good sound, but we'll test that out shortly. Taking a look at the ports and back, you have a IR, a USB port, a HDMI ARC port, audio out port, and then you also have an Ethernet port. And last but not least, here on the bottom, you have a tripod mount. So you don't need any special stands for this. You can just mount it on top of a tripod, which in my opinion is a whole lot more easier and portable as well. Before we move on with the rest of the video, I just want to highlight it's definitely very helpful to have this handle. With a regular projector, it's an awkward box that you got to carry around. It's just much larger. With this, it's almost like carrying a little bag. If you can carry a handbag, then you could definitely carry this around with you. It's just very, very easy to move this around, which in the end does make me want to use it a lot more. Right now, I'm actually getting ready to watch a movie with my kids outside. I don't have a projector screen, but like I said, the benefit of this, you could just grab it, put it where you want to put it. I'm going to go ahead and put it right here on the side of my garage. So let me go ahead and get this set up, and I'll show you what it looks like. All right, so I went ahead and got it set up. I just put it on the table. It went ahead and focused, did its thing. I didn't have to do anything with it. It just made the image as good as it can with the spot that I gave it. As you can see, I'm casting directly from my phone, so no other devices are needed. And this is a wireless Wi-Fi connection as well. It's projecting onto the side of my garage right now. There's no projector screen or anything. So as you can see, you can still see the texture of my garage and the slats as well. But even without a screen, it still looks very good. It's still very watchable. Honestly, we just want to see the movie. We're not too concerned about the highest picture quality. That's not really why you would get a projector like this. This is more about convenience and being able to watch a movie anywhere you would like, very quick and easy. So yeah, even if you don't have a projector screen, it's still going to give you a nice and bright image. So if you're out camping or somewhere unusual, as long as you have a flat surface, you're going to be able to watch a movie on this no problem. All right, so turning on the projector, this is what it looks like. As you can see, definitely a nice and bright image. I have another Yaever projector, and this has the same OS here, which overall is pretty simple but very easy to use. And I have to say, this remote is definitely very responsive. I've used some cheaper projectors where the remote was just complete garbage, but this feels like a nice and good quality remote. So coming up top, you have your Bluetooth, your Wi-Fi, your settings, and your battery life. Right down here, you have your HDMI input. This version, you have to use an external source or your phone to cast onto the projector, but they also sell the T2 Plus, which includes a smart TV dongle. In my case, I already have lots of old Fire Sticks laying around, so that's what I'm going to use on mine. As I showed you earlier, there is a NFC spot on top of the projector where you can just tap your phone on top of it and it'll automatically pair and start casting with the projector. You have file manager, so if you want, you could also hook up a USB drive or flash drive to this projector to cast either music or movies. And then you have documents if you want to show an Excel sheet or use this for office use. Coming down here, you have a few different themes you can choose from, which is basically the background image for the main screen. Let's go ahead and choose that one. You have settings. Let's go ahead and take a look at that. So you have your network settings, Bluetooth, you can turn that on or off, your source, your projector settings. As I said earlier, this has automatic everything. So as soon as you put the projector where you want to put it, it'll automatically square up the image and focus everything for you. And then it also has smart obstacle avoidance and smart entering the screen. Those are optional. You can also turn those on or off. You have image settings. You have a few different modes you can choose from here. You have user mode, standard, vivid, natural, dynamic, and sport mode. On user mode, you can customize the contrast, brightness, sharpness, and color. So good to see it has those customizations there, as there is a lot of affordable projectors that are stuck with just the basic settings or whatever they give you. Then you also have color temperature, brightness settings, and zoom screen. So at default, it's at 100, but if you wanted to make it smaller, you could also digitally do that as well to get it to the right size you want. If you want a bigger screen, the only way you can get that is to back up the projector. Then you have scale settings where you can set 4:3, 16:9, panorama, or auto. We'll just leave it at 16:9. Sound settings, as I said earlier, this is tuned by JBL, so it's a really good sounding Bluetooth speaker. I was testing it out earlier and definitely a really good sound from this. So it has standard mode, music mode, and movie mode. And then you have user mode where you can customize your own equalizer there as well. You have general, which has language and screensaver timer, about, and that's pretty much it for that. You have quiet mode that lowers the brightness on the projector, but also lowers the fan. Right now I have it on standard mode, and this is definitely a very quiet projector. If you hear the fan at all, that's only because I'm standing literally like 10 inches away from the projector next to me. But overall, definitely a very quiet projector. So if you want to use it as a Bluetooth speaker, you can just click it there and use it that way, and tells you how to pair with it. All right, so as I said earlier, this doesn't have built-in apps or anything like that. Your option is either to cast from your phone or use HDMI. In my case, I have my Fire Stick hooked up to this. Let me go ahead and switch that over. All right, so right now I have this connected to my Amazon Fire Stick. And a cool thing is this does have HDMI ARC, so you don't need to use your Fire Stick remote. You can use the same remote that comes with the projector. So that saves one less thing to carry. The Fire Stick or any Android TV stick are all very small, so that definitely keeps your setup nice and portable. Yeah, definitely a very bright image. Colors look nice and sharp. This is quite surprising for a projector of this price range, because in this price range, you usually get a much lower quality projector. And beyond that, they never have auto keystone and auto screen correction, all of that. You typically got to go into like the $600 and up for that. So far, this is definitely a great value projector. Taking a look at the video quality, this definitely puts out a very good image. The picture is nice and bright and the colors also pop with a good amount of contrast as well. It's only 450 lumens, so it does get a little washed out when you turn on the lights, but overall still a very good and usable image. As far as the sound goes, this is definitely one of the better sounding projectors out there, and there's even a good amount of bass as well. If I had to compare this to a JBL speaker, this will be somewhere between the JBL Flip and the JBL Charge. If you did want the sound to go louder, of course, you can also hook this up to a Bluetooth speaker or soundbar as well. Overall, this is definitely a solid projector. Not only does it have a great picture, but it's also very affordable, especially for a battery powered unit. So overall, if you happen to be shopping for a portable projector, I would highly recommend this one here, which again is the Yaever T2. If you would like to buy this projector, I put the link along with a promo code in the description as well. All right, well, that about wraps up this video. As usual, if you have any questions at all, feel free to drop me a comment and let me know. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time.